Good morning, dear friends. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Guy. I'm Guy Laurendeau. I'm the author of Symbiose Attraction and How to Love Yourself to Succeed in Life. Also, a Bob Proctor student. And right today, I'm studying the Goal Achiever program, which I want to share with you. You see, on the other morning coffee, I told you to take a snapshot of this one with your phone. These are the 8 principles of universal justice. And today, since I had problems with the internet, I'm going to put 2 days, the right actions and the right livelihood. And it suits well because we constantly become what we constantly do. Aristotle said that. We constantly become what we constantly do. So if you see me constantly doing plumbing, you're going to say I'm the plumber. If you see me constantly speaking, I'm going to be the speaker, right? It becomes like that. So I said that I would speak to you and remind you, recall your memory. See, for when you were inside your mother, how did you start to be aware that you exist? When you started to feel. And you start with the seed. It looks like a seed, but you expand it the same way. Okay. People learn using comparison units. You know, comparators and informatics, that's the way it is. It, it tastes like strawberry butt. He looks like his mother, but he has his father's temper. You see, we analyze things and we compare them. We analyze the difference and then we compare to something else. That's the way it works. That's the way our mind works. Not our mind, our brain. Okay. Now, what happened inside your mother? You don't use that memory that much, so you need to get it recalled to you. Otherwise, there's not much chance you're gonna remember what you were, where you were born, and you won't remember the love you felt and the fascination that you had when you started to discover yourself. What happened and is we faced terror, people that started to abuse us and use our ignorance because everything that could be exploitable will be surely exploited. Now, how do you get out of it is learning how to love yourself because if you don't love yourself, you don't love anything else, right? So, I was talking to you about Aristotle that said, you constantly become what you constantly do. Well, first antonym of the verb to envy is the verb to love. And the verb is a word of action directed in that sense. Look at the little kids. You know, when they want something, you see them, it's like they've been aspirated, aspirated in direction of what they want. When you were a little kid, that's what you were doing. You know, your grandmother was doing like this there, and you wanted grandmother's hug. Whatever you want to become, you have to constantly do what you constantly want to become. You get known to do what you constantly do, and practice brings to excellence. You know, when you practice, remember Bob Proctor said, if you study only 1 hour a day, that's 9 40-hour week at the end of the year. Put the years I've been studying, and you'll see that it's possible that I know a little bit more than somebody that never studied anything. And knowledge is power. If you don't want to know anything, you won't have power. So It's the fact how do you deserve having something? And think about yourself. Somebody selfish is the one that always forgets to think about me. If you forget about yourself, people will have the tendency to forget that you even exist. For what? For vainglory? I'm going to tell you what vainglory is. Spirit of competition. Compete. Be better. Trample everybody to be show to be better. Eh, you can do it. You can fight together. I'm going to step out a little bit, two steps sideways, and let the crowd fight themselves to death. Okay. So the first antonym of competition is agreement. And you know what about love? To be loved, you have to be agreeable, right? Not disagreeable. See, you have two choice: unite to build or resemble to destroy. Which one? Are you the creative spirit or the jealous spirit? You constantly live inside your mind, the universe of your thoughts. So, action directed in what you want to do. And I want to add something today. Since we constantly become what we constantly do, if we celebrate our smallest victory, we become renowned to, to be winning pretty much what we do. We get recognized to be a winner. And also, the people around you will feel comfortable that there's a future if they come and work for you. And this is how you get known to be a good boss. And leave your place. Don't compete. You want my place? Okay, take my place. Please, take it. You see that stem on top of that tree here? It's no bigger than it was when it pierced the ground and made its breakthrough. But why did they get elevated to the highest summits? Because of everything that it brought to grow behind it. Now they got supporters. They got to have the promotion that they wanted and their way up. Just following you. To love yourself is a word of action. To love is a word of action. To become is a word of action. So this is what I had to do about the precisely right actions. As I told you, suggest you take a snapshot of that because it disappeared in time because the spirit of competition and ignorance is exploitable. 8 vectors of orientation that I give you today. Have a good day and see you tomorrow for another morning coffee with Guy. Love you all. Word of action.